Hello YouTube, welcome to I Learn Golf. My name's Daniel. This is a brand new channel, and as the name of the channel suggests, it's about learning to play golf. Hopefully going forward I can make you guys some exciting content that's going to help with your golf game as well as helping me with mine. It's going to be a little bit different to the content that you've already seen on YouTube in terms of golf, and it's going to come from a slightly different direction as well, so hopefully that'll make it pretty exciting. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on my golf so far, and also what to expect from this channel going forward. So I've been playing golf now for about 15 years, very inconsistently. I probably play 2 to 3 times a year. It was really just something to do to go out and have a bit of fun now and again. But about 6 months ago I decided that I wanted to get a bit better. So I had to make myself a target, and that target was to break 100. Once I'd made that target, I then had to put things in place obviously to meet that target. And the first thing I did was to go and get some lessons. So I ended up having 3 lessons, and they were helpful for some aspects of my swing. I guess going forward I've got to work on them more consistently to get them ingrained in my swing, but it was a good start. I also went and played a lot more golf than I had in the past, so that's also helped. Obviously hitting more balls helps you to get into a bit of a rhythm when it comes to your swing and the striking of the ball. So still a lot of work to do. Unfortunately up until this point I haven't been able to break the 100. I've been pretty close consistently, but not quite getting past that mark. So around the same time that I was getting lessons, I also thought about making a channel like this. And I guess the idea behind this channel really is to make a little community that can work together for us all to meet our goals in golf. So there's going to be a lot of you watching that are well past this particular point in your golf game. You know, you're down around scratch or better, you're in the 70s, 80s, whatever it might be. You might find things in here that are entertaining or helpful, but really this is for the people that are, you know, around the same mark as me, so around the 90, the 100, or just beginning golf. So I really want to make content that starts at the beginning and that involves everybody, so that we can all learn together and get better. So I guess by using the comment section down below, you guys can give me tips on my swing or my game, and in turn I can give you content that might help you. You can comment about things that you might be struggling with in your game, and most likely if you're having trouble with them, I'm having trouble with them. So you know, I can make content that relates best to you guys. So that's the content side of things. Other things that I want to hopefully do on the channel as well is visit different golf courses, obviously review different products, clubs, balls, look at different clubs, look at club selection, shot selection, those sorts of things, hitting the ball cleanly, a lot of the basic things as well. So we're going to put all those together, and over time hopefully we can all work together to slowly get better at golf and break those milestones that we've set. So at the moment what I'm working on is building a net in the backyard, so that I've got somewhere that I can go every day just to have some shots, just to try and get that consistency in my swing. So after I finish talking to you guys, you'll see some footage of me putting all that together. If you've got any ideas, put them in the comments below. But otherwise, hopefully you enjoy and we can make some great content together. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Hey guys, so these are 3 products I got for my practice net. Some bird netting, so the same stuff as you'd put over your trees to protect your fruit or vegetables from birds. I got some rope, nothing overly exciting about that. And also some synthetic grass. So this one, like many others, has a rubber backing, which is good. And I got all of this stuff from my local hardware store, so it's not hard to find. This particular roll of synthetic grass is 1 meter by 4 meters. It's good for lots of different applications obviously, but I noticed when I bought it that it mentioned it was quite good for sport. So hopefully that means that hitting golf balls off it won't hurt it too much. I'm quite lucky in the sense that I've got an undercover area in my backyard under a pergola that's lit, so I'm able to practice in the evening when it's getting darker. It's quite protected from the weather as well, which is good. So I decided, instead of making a net on my grassed area like a lot of people make on YouTube, with the piping and the net in between the piping, that I just hang the net from my pergola. So as you can see, I'm doing that on one side there. One thing I did with the net as well was I folded it in half, and that was really just to give it a longer life. I thought if I was hitting the ball into the same spot all the time, it would wear the net out and I'd get a hole in it. So hopefully by doubling it over, that gives it a bit longer life. The only problem with that obviously is I've decreased the amount of surface area I've got in to hit into, which is fine because normally when I'm practicing I stand quite close to the net, so you don't need a huge area to hit the ball into. So this should work quite fine. I've stretched the net out there, as you can see. I'm tying it off so that it's stretched at the top, and then in a moment you'll see that I'll just anchor the bottom with some pavers. Now when I did this originally, it made the net quite taut, and you'll see in a moment when I have some practice shots that the balls rebound, which isn't ideal. It's not what you want when you're practicing your swing. You don't want to worry about balls coming back and hitting you. So I did make some adjustment to that. The only issue was when I made the net less taut, because of where the net is so close to the fence. When the ball was hitting the net, it was actually hitting the fence as well. So that's quite annoying. You don't want to hear that sound, and your neighbours don't want to hear that sound every time I'm having a practice shot. So eventually I moved the top of the net closer to the camera, so it was further away from the fence. Made it a little less taut as well, and that means now that the ball catches in the net quite well and doesn't rebound and doesn't hit the fence, so that's good. Obviously, if you're making something similar to this, you'll need to make adjustments as you go. Now you can see I've anchored it down. It does look quite taut. You can see that, as I was mentioning before, the surface area is quite small, which is fine for me. I could stretch it out a little bit by tying the centres off to either the fence or something else. There you go, you can see that the balls were rebounding. Yeah, which isn't ideal. You don't want that.
So there you have it. It's a practice net build. If you've got any ideas on how to improve it and what you've done with your own practice net, just put them in the comments below. But otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.